Did I just hack a Resin Blooms? Okay, so this idea didn't just come out of nowhere. In a previous Temu mystery challenge video, I used this mini acrylic paint pouring cup with resin, and it created these gorgeous, stunning, clean petal-like effects. It had me thinking, what if we used the same thing in a resin and intentionally tried to make some resin blooms? So this is very much an experiment, and I'm going to show you if it works or it doesn't. Let's find out. So this is the cup in question, and like I said, technically it is an acrylic paint pouring cup, but it's tiny, like offensively small. I mean, just look at it. It's kind of adorable and also slightly ridiculous. I've got my resin mixed up already. It is up to the temperature of the blooms. So I'm going to start by pouring the base layer into the mold, and the mold I'm using here is by Molds and Shapes, and I kind of like the soft curved edges. So once the base layer is in, I'm just going to go over pops and bubbles before we go any further. And next up, alcohol inks, and I'm going in with yellows and oranges because honestly it is cold, it's grey, and I need some sunshine in my life, even if it's just happening inside of a mold. I'm going to give everything a swirly swirl just to wake up the colors, and finally we can get to the fun part. Now I'm going to place the cup right in the center, well, roughly eyeballing the center, and I mixed up some white. So we're going to dive straight in, and I start pouring it into the cup, and as you can see, it immediately starts flowing out from the bottom, which is either very exciting or the beginning of a mistake. Now I have been pouring this white bit by bit, and it's slowly making its way through, but I think I'm already questioning a lot of my life choices with this one. So first observation, when you bring a resin up to bloom temperature, it obviously starts to thicken, which is exactly what you're going for when you're making blooms. But when you're trying to get thick liquid to flow out smoothly and quickly out of a tiny cup, it's not ideal. Second observation, I think I may have started this experiment with a mold that was way too big. Judging by the scale of this tiny cup, I feel like a smaller mold would have probably made a lot more sense, because this thick resin is going to take forever to travel, and right now it might be turning into a blob. I feel like we might have to redo this experiment with some changes. So I'm convinced this white is not traveling any further, which means I'm just going to go ahead and pour some white resin myself clumsily around, as you would do in a conventional bloom. We're just going to let this whole thing cure and do another test and eventually figure out how we're going to salvage this piece. Oh, and also I ended up adding some gold leaf that I had at hand in the white portion. Not that I think that's going to help, but I had some, so I put some in. We're going to leave this to cure and come back to it in a moment. And because this is YouTube, of course, it's already time to unmold this. It's still a bit soft, and I'm definitely unmolding this earlier than normal, but it is intentional because I think this might work really nice as a ball. It's the perfect size for a ball as well, so I'm going to lean into that direction. But as expected, I mean, we just have a big giant white blob. This definitely didn't work the way I was hoping it would, but also I think the setup just wasn't right. So I'm going to pop this into this bowl and leave it to actually cure into its new life, and then I'm going to mix up more resin, grab some smaller molds so we can properly continue this experiment. Now once again, I've got my resin mixed up. I'm using jdiction Official's epoxy resin, who have also kindly sponsored today's little experiment. So big thank you to jdiction for supporting my chaos and actually letting me test some intrusive ideas. I'm going to leave you guys with the links and my discount code in the description, so if you're in the market for some resin, you know where to find it. Okay, so round two. I've changed a few things this time around. I skipped the white altogether. I just found it a little unflattering. So I have decided to use some chameleon mica and a sage green paste. And honestly, I am already feeling better about this choice. That mica coming out is looking super satisfying. As that pours out, I am not gonna lie, I'm feeling hopeful 4. And honestly, I think that's enough for me on this one. I'm going to lift the cup and move on to the next mold. And for this one, I'm going in with the paste first, then the mica, and kind of alternating between the two. And I've also added some clear in between, but guys, it's not going to work because by this point, my resin had thickened up way too much. So once again, it's not really traveling any further, which means yet again, I'm just going to have to pour the rest in on my own, just like a normal bloom. And yeah, we're going to let these two do their thing, which makes it the perfect time for Sky to make his entrance. He's casually supervising, keeping a very close eye on who isn't subscribed yet, and also who's forgetting to leave him treats in the comments. So make sure you show him some love. And after that important quality check, back to the unmolding. Okay, let's start with the coaster first because I'm the most hopeful about this one, and I'm not gonna keep myself and you guys in suspense any longer. So this is what it's looking like, and honestly, I think it low-key worked. I mean, it's different. It's definitely not your usual bloom, but it does have those defined petal-like lines, which is kind of the whole point of this experiment. We'll dive into this more later. Let's move on to the medium one, and instantly it is definitely not great. We were kind of expecting that. My resin had thickened up way too much for it to travel, so it's definitely too blobby in the center where we use the cup, which is what we expected. Now, before we fully conclude this experiment, I would like to salvage all of these pieces and make them look a whole lot better because I hate wasting material, even if it's an experiment. So let's start with the ball. This is what it's looking like right now. I've added a little dry flour in the center to cover up the white blob, but I do still need to seal it with resin. I'm going to actually do the same on the other two pieces as well. I feel like adding the dry flowers would look really pretty, so I'm going to do that and seal it with the resin. Now for the ball, I actually also decided I want to add a little base. So I have this little mold here, which I believe is from Art for Start, and I'm going to go ahead and add some of the same alcohol inks, pour the resin into the mold, and then leave the ball on top of the mold as it cures, so it basically attaches itself to the ball. And while I'm unmolding this, I want to take a moment and say a quick thank you to Terry Ryan. Thank you so much, Terry, for liking, commenting, and supporting my channel. I genuinely appreciate all of your love and support. It really does mean a lot. And now, time for some satisfying shots. So this is what the bowl is looking like, and honestly, I love the colors. It feels like a bit of sunshine. Guys, sunshine in a bowl. That should literally be the name of this piece. I'm glad I added the base as well. It's super tactile, and I think in the end, it looks very pretty and I love it. Next up is our medium size bloom attempt, and as you already know, by this point, my resin had thickened way too much, so we weren't expecting a lot, and it is probably lived up to that expectation. But adding the flower, I think, takes away some of the attention from the blobby situation, and also the micas. Oh my god, they're absolutely stunning. Now, finally, the piece I'd call the most successful outcome of today's experiment. I think we have managed to get some petal-esque or at least petal adjacent effects using that cup, which is what I was thinking we would hopefully end up with. The verdict: not a fail, but possibly an early experiment. I mean, if you're seeing what I'm seeing, there's definitely potential there. And I'm thinking maybe a normal size paint pouring cup and a larger mold. So let me know in the comments if we should test that out. But in the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed today's experiment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. If you've enjoyed this video, YouTube thinks you will like these two, so go check them out.